You be a Juma day, but come on, go Friday, man. I can go me because
any problem. Wait till I say to us a Friday.
Nanka enya ho nanka we
nanka room
kakra say na be di Champions League komo eno an
Barcelona no o te ho a
ete ho a
omo mienu no
nka Ngolo ne
Michael nka wo han na be na nyame ya adoma Friday no no be chichim omo prime days no
Ngolo prime days Ngolo e World Cup winner
yeah
Ngolo e killer
I see
and only born is ya odin ko wona eden ya ne o ma je je ne so ba be kan bi Ngolo na Abia, he doesn't get those goals that Michael would get, thunderbolts and Manon ko sheshe being a cracker. Rich, what Ngolo did from Leicester City through to Chelsea, winning 2 English Premier League titles, going through to go and win the Champions League. Ngolo is part of the team in the history ever in the Champions League considered the least goals under Thomas Tuchel. People forget that. Say Thomas Tuchel team now, Chelsea team na Champions League, it considered the least goals in that Champions League run, especially from the knockout stage. Oh yeah, Nhyira Adoma we get time and open it about Ngolo. Oh yeah, who team can I say me Ngolo? Ngolo. My class here, senior man, but Ngolo.
The Bison.
My class here, top notch, but Ngolo there. Which we love these days, don't we?
Sure.
Yeah, per Champions League, because the stories are exciting. We love to tell it. Natural storytellers, and we want to tell it how we want to tell them. Which and then I think said it is very much in the center of the proverbial yetiti abeti na channel, because baby I do a Champions League match the 3 and in the league phase you play only 8 matches, so by the time you are playing your 3rd match unim says you're in trouble. And again in the various leagues na year born rich in November, December, which usually are the most busy times or the busiest times in the footballing calendar, especially from the first part. The UEFA Champions League has gotten to the point where say one show they are not in and it's a very important one. Which you see, this is exactly what the table looks like, and it is in the right direction. Say UEFA for the Hurricane picture here, because in terms of the football that Hurricane has played this season in the Champions League, the number of goals he has scored, Bayern Munich is a perfect record. And then there was a video of Hurricane at all drop percent trouble playmaking, it will Fiifi or them turning, switching play, those diagonal balls now. Rich, Hurricane is in his prime days and Kasa is playing some good football, plus getting goals. He is not doing the playmaking without doing the primary job, or the primary job as a goal scorer, whilst adding playmaking to it. That is what makes Hurricane's form super. The big question is that in the context of the Ballon d'Or and winning the Champions League, can he do it when it matters most? Because maybe I can say in the Champions League and Ballon d'Or, when it matters most is in August, not August, but in May, thereabout, season. That is where it matters most. At this time, it is good because you have to tell the channel, but can you do it consistently? But Bayern L 6 points, Madrid 6 points, Paris Saint-Germain 6 points, Inter 6 points, Arsenal 6 points, Qarabag 6 points. I'll tell you about Qarabag later. Dortmund 4 points, and the rest of the teams that are in the UEFA Champions League. And then in terms of the active goal ratios, as at match day 2, near Mbouri, the top strikers in Europe are Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Robert Lewandowski, who is injured, and of course, Abantia, your friend Harry Kane. Harry Kane in the Champions League, 44 goals and 59 games. 105 goals for Robert Lewandowski in 135 games, 0.78. Abantia, friend Erling Haaland has a goal ratio of 1.04. It means that for every game, for every time he plays football, he averages a goal. And I bet your friend Kylian Mbappe, it was 0.67, more than half. It is good quality. Which the train air starts here for him. It starts at the Stadio de Luis Companhos, the friend of the Munjik. That is where Barcelona are hosting Olympiacos. Now, Olympiacos for essentially are from Greece. Now, let me tell you a little story. The owner of Nottingham Forest or Sake and the manager, Maria Canisto, the main club of the starting business is Olympiacos. Of course, they are Greek champions. They've been winning in Greece the whole time. But in Europe, they've not been able to deliver to the level. They are coming to meet a Barcelona side. There is a part of it that is good. There is a part that is a little bit worrying. The good part is that Barca and himself, baby Omadrun, especially after losing to Paris Saint-Germain, they need to get back into winning ways. Because it is shaping up. Almost just 3 points. After the first match they win, they've not won again against Paris Saint-Germain. They need to win against Olympiacos. They are playing at home at the Mujic. But on the other side is that, and if you are looking at the pre-match analysis and the kind of teams that will start, you are looking at names like Rooney Badji, not the Lamine Yamals, not the Rafinha. Rich to the extent, say, I bet your friend Hansi Dieter Flick or Papa friend Hansi Dieter Flick in his pre-match press conference said clearly, say he misses a branch friend Rafinha. And then make catch all. In Barca's style of play, when you look at the quality of play, where they play from, or more high pressing, or more counter press, or more high liner, everything is hinged on the intensity of the team. So when that intensity leaves on the man, the team begins to struggle. But for large parts of last season, that intensity was hinged on a branch friend Rafinha. He was the one that uses athleticism to constantly run channels, press and counter press, win the ball back, and then prevent the opponent team from having large time and comfort on the ball when they win the ball in their area. Onyabo also quickly, he's able to direct in between the lines and then create chances from that for team friend Barcelona. He is absent. And that is why Hansi Dieter Flick was clear. So he's missing a branch friend Rafinha. For a lot of Barcelona fans, the big thing is that maybe it is time for Hansi Dieter Flick to begin sort of signing Sano Kaka. If you don't have the trigger in that attack, who counter press and win the ball back for you with athleticism now? Maybe it's time Hansi Dieter Flick is signing Sano. But then in front of sport, the refrain is simple. There is surface. So almost say a time Barca would have to resurface back into the Champions League. Of course, Hansi Dieter Flick in that pre-match interview say, I really love Barcelona. I love Barcelona and the people here. I always try to give my best for this club. Barcelona has changed me also emotionally. I love the club, but I don't like my grandson seeing me on Saturday talking about the red card now Unyaye against him. As the flick get on the touch like but you hear the matter we
have football antics.
2 years ago.
I said, I go to the years.
Senior man, a more than black star that's an and you may be coaching. Now it's only but almost paid you money power. And then before the semester, Jack, I said, I'm sure before see a Sunday.
Not young first.
Or not young for training ground or 3 to the near you. And you might have come with me. Or maybe and then you get a coffee with it. And you may be
some allies need to look at Juma 30 days near Pam.
And then I'm catch up with you.
No, it seems like coach is now better as you say.
Or would you marry there?
Or would you insanity?
It's minimum when they
get with your man.
Papa. Every time when you buy Leverkusen in the Juma.
Obo, honorable, something says. Maybe who says the coach is now a Tiase? Say a part of the job. And the Ukoni now, they are showing to me a bit of a and the Sana, I guess I'm a demand the Yamin Queen. And 777 my phone.
Everything you with this kind of you know.
Yeah.
Because
I do my
who knew that next one to grab it.
BBS Yapamo. Look at I posted Kogo.
Taboma Jerry.
What Chelsea? Chelsea. Yes, it's Chelsea agent Yapamo.
Ogovi. Rich for Hansi Dieter Flick. He has a brand here friend Ferran Torres back, Alejandro Balde and now a trainee. Now the only issue for me with some match for team friend Barcelona and they say, coach, you know, you're coach for Olympiacos and experience that was Spain, or the former Sevilla manager Mendelibar, and he knows how they play. Rich, I don't think say Eufi when Barca are playing at the Mujic, when they have the Grand Clasico over the weekend, when they know that they need to win and finalize things now, it's going to worry them. I've said the last time, said I have a little problem with Barca for centre back pair, and I see say per this starting lineup, Hansi Flick, Ebesisano, with Garcia and Arao, with Kunde, Abrante friend of Balde, then Pedri, Casado. I heard this morning when I was reading the paper, say Abrante friend of Pedri may be likely say on start. Say maybe it's going to be Marc Casado and Frankie de Jong. Of course, Femi Lopez up top, Marcus Rashford. Rich, did you ever envisage say there was going to be a time this season where Marcus Rashford was going to be the main guy at Barcelona?
Rashford is only more.
But we never really thought say he was going to be the guy that at some point in time Barca would have to depend on him.
The first season.
Yes, I'll be depending on him. Because now this season,
never envisaged.
Rashford has 7 goals involvement in 11 games. And now Lewandowski, Lamine, any 2 faith, I mean all of the stories around Lamine, Rafinha, Femi Lopez, Ferran Torres. It looks like Barca's main guy and source of consistency and durability. Our branch friend Marcus Rashford. I think Barcelona should be able to win tonight. Rich, and then Paris Saint-Germain go away to Germany, but they have good news. The good news is that the Ballon d'Or winner retains.
Dembele.
Or return to play the Champions League again with Paris Saint-Germain. Vicha Kvaratskhelia will also be back inside game, of course. Achraf Hakimi by this week, last Friday, Omo ball draw against Strasbourg. Now it was a very, very entertaining game from Paris Saint-Germain, but then it had Omutini Bebri and Omunim. And okay, after the game, Luis Enrique said he would want to play Strasbourg again, but this time when the full starting 11, because Ojidi says Strasbourg for good. This time it's against Bayern for Leverkusen. I'll share squad near corner. It's positive. Hakimi Abba, Berardo is already in there. Marquinhos, Ambubi against Strasbourg. He's going to be back. Ousmane Dembele is back in the team. Vitinha. Almost everybody at Paris Saint-Germain are looking for him. They are going to see Abantia, your friend, Brantia friend Ousmane Dembele to come in. What is it? Eric Ten Hag, a free Leverkusen. They brought in a manager who is known for international football in Kasper Jørmund. Now, I don't know. Anna sometimes a little bit defensive. That is what makes me a little bit careful with our game where Paris Saint-Germain go away to Leverkusen to go and play. PSG is one of the best teams in the world, but we have confidence in our game and have the ability to dominate phases of this match. We need to perform at our best to do so. I think that it's going to be a very tacky match. Tacky in the sense that Leverkusen for both. Until Paris Saint-Germain are able to go 80%, 90% full throttle, game I won't be surprised if the game ends and then it comes out to be a draw. I will not be surprised because any game is going to be straightforward for team and friend of Paris Saint-Germain. The possible lineup that we are seeing for Paris Saint-Germain by Achraf Hakimi, Elia Zabani, William Pacho, Nuno Mensch, and Lucas Chevalier in the post. Of course, Zaire Emery, Brantia friend of Vitinha and Mayulu will complete the midfield 3. Then Vicha Kvaratskhelia, Gonzalo Ramos, and Badly Bakola should be in the post. Should lead the front line for Tima, your friend of Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, for Leverkusen, it's still a back 3 with Gilmado and Arta as the wing backs. Claudio Kivari, Ebe Lidi likes no Fiifi one was the extra number 10. Very, very good one for Tima, your friend of Bino for Leverkusen. But I think that Paris Saint-Germain can win. So you're safer. You can go and over 1.5 or either team to win and over 1.5 or Paris Saint-Germain to win either half. Either first half or second half. Paris Saint-Germain beats me win at least one half. Paris Saint-Germain beats me win one half. Now, to the big one in London. Atletico de Madrid versus Arsenal. Arsenal Beshana.
Yes.
Because Atletico de Madrid, yes, they won the last time out, but I was not convinced. It took a last minute goal for them to be able to win that match. And the Champions League, I think Arsenal built a strong team. And they showed that.
Only Ayala from how many about 2 years in it. 2 seasons now. Yeah. You keep saying Arsenal team, no? Yeah. And this season, my father was an Arsenal game. Yeah. So I'm watching Arsenal games. Kofi, solid team.
Arsenal solid.
The depth now, solid team.
If they are not winning the game, you won't win, and they don't care whether a set piece, whether whatever the case is.
And set piece
they just want to win the game. However it comes, Arsenal wants to be a strong team. And Mikel Arteta says someday I will end up at Atletico. It's a club I've always liked, according to him. In 2007, that is when Mikel Arteta eka. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal Champions League games on my bar. Rich, count it on the board. Against PSG, against Sevilla, Lyon, Porto, Bayern, PSG, Shakhtar, Monaco, Dynamo Zagreb, PSV, Real Madrid, PSG, and Olympiacos. They are beating everybody. They have not lost a single game. And that is why, even in that second leg that they played against Paris Saint-Germain, when they are playing at home, Arsenal will get a job done. So that is why, for me, even without going too much into the details and the analysis, it looks like Arsenal have a huge strength from a defense and the fact that it's a very, very strong team. I know that Atletico Madrid will try. And then upset the odds with Senna Mobon. In fact, so actually in the last few games, it has been from that 3-back that we had known latter part of last season to a 4-back with Ruben Lenormand and Lenglet, then Marcos Llorente and Hanko as the fullback, then Barrios, Conor Gallagher should feature in this game, and Koke. Alex Baena is fit to play in game like this. Guillermo on the other side, Julian Alvarez, and this is a team that's going to face Arsenal. I think the Arsenal team, with Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Martin Ibanez, Zubimendi, Mikel Merino to deal with the physicality of Atletico Fondene, of course, Ricardo Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, Timba, which is a backline I think Enya Krano, Arsenal double chance of you. They will be able to get it. Enya Krano, Arsenal double chance of you.
Go currency.
Yeah.
So, Obas and Untimin share goes, baby.
Yeah.
But Mahena
is involving in player.
Or your strikers know about Tomato.
Yeah.
Pressing defenders.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, very, very good.
As a team, they could be solid team.
And you see,
and this is a Birmingham one pass. Yeah, but season baby Arsenal in mini baby.
Yeah, and you see the good thing also with Arsenal is that Arsenal for have Gyökeres doing the job and others are scoring. Yeah. And when I make a be say, yes, Haaland has a number of goals. I can't number of goals.
Obekaso and share goals.
Yes, but then Arsenal team has Saka who is scoring, Trossard is scoring. The last time Zubimendi share goals. Sure. Rice Eshe, Mikel Merino Eshe, Martinelli Eshe. So they have a myriad of people who are scoring the goals. Whilst, of course, the striker builds his confidence. I think that, yes, of course, Julian Alvarez said he can beat anybody, but not this Arsenal team. Not this Arsenal team. I doubt that is what is going to happen. I think the Arsenal Fono will be able to do the job away from home. Now, Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho ne Benfica. Yeah. Only a friend is a Newcastle. Which this match is a very tricky one.
Yeah. But Benfica team, Kofi. I'm convinced.
Newcastle themselves have not been too good. League, the best at 12.
I know. So I give him a double chance Newcastle.
Because double chance for Newcastle.
Me more win. Me more double chance.
We want double chance. Rather, of course, on this side, Rodri go back to go to the home. Or the Ramon Sanchez plays one. No, not that Ramon Sanchez plays Saramika on him when he goes to play against Villarreal. Big one. Of course, that's where he started from. He has to go back and play against them. I think there's a game at least Man City double chance away from home. It should be able to happen. And of course, the very tricky one, the Union Saint-Gilloise, any Inter Milano. Interfono have surprised me. I thought Interfono wouldn't have been good, but then I think that they've done very well under Christian Kivu. I think this should be a game Interfono would be able to at least get also a double chance from the rich. And the coach available. Like we've been winning over the weekend, we are going to win again. Me wasting time and show our board no so because we need set time no echo. But like I've always been saying, go to Fiifi Manfred on Twitter. See, almost a quote, go and pick them up now go because Rich, these quotes are going to go through. Go for quotes now. Fashion will bet we happening, but be actual quotes now. Just copy the quotes and then put them in there. First one, a BW 1A 44D70D. That is the first one. Second one, a BW 1A 44CE54. Third one, a BW 1A 44BE0F. Fourth one, a BW 1A 449721. Rich, and our last one, a BW 1A 447F7A. Rich, these are the codes, and then you go fix him. We will take a screenshot and I say go and find it also. Rich, me that say.
Kofi, men so me da say ja na me person me catch Champions League ni bi go. I'm ranting at him warning. Say me team more Champions League. Inti do Champions League discussion ama maybe. And he say they do am make bi. Why Rangers I say coaches are hired and fired, so they've accepted their fates in every situation. And na ne ka no. The one judge me say adwuma ne sa, nti o ma fa ne sa. O adwuma de nyame nu kwedi nya iba nga adwuma fo. All right, yeah, we have Fiifi Manfred that can say Bismarck who's been payala. And so we were Champions League discussions na ewia.